morning. Michael Allen here for SalvationSymphony.com. It's Sunday morning, and how many of you have a Bible? How many of you will be taking that Bible to church this morning? I sat down and took a look at what I had available to me, and I was kind of surprised at how much I had. For example, my iPod. My iPod has just about the entire Bible in it, and it's been dramatized. I've got Luke in here, and there's almost the entire New Testament, with the exception of a few books here and there. The entire, or I should say the Old Testament. I have the entire New Testament, and it's all dramatized, and it's actually very entertaining, and it's very knowledgeable. You can really pick some important things out of this. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. These, right here, they're exactly the same. They cost me 50 cents a piece. Right here. 50 cents a piece for these. They came from the dollar store, and because they're so small, and they've never been opened. I got them because I really just wanted to have them. But they are the Holy Bible. The New Testament on both of them. Just black and red, and very nice, very hard to read. Very hard to read. But I kept them because I wanted to have them. This one has been read. This one has been read. It's a small one. Has a lot of good information in it about finding different scriptures and whatever. It is the New Testament, plus it is Psalms and Proverbs. So, bright orange, and like I said, very, very, very small writing, very, very small handwriting on that. Very difficult. But still good to have. Still very good to have. This old thing, I am telling you, this thing has taken a beating. I've had this since I was in junior high, and I kept it for a very long time. It's wearing off. Yeah, it's wearing off. It has a pendant on it that I'm gonna take these off for, and it was when I was on the Bible team. How about that? It's a Bible quiz team. It was on Hebrews and 1st and 2nd Peter. How about that? It's got some stuff that I've had for a long time. Like, I hate to admit it, but there are notes in here that I used to write to my girlfriend right after graduating high school. And they were made up at Desert Chapel. Although I got this well before the Desert Chapel years and kept it quite a long time past that. You can see where I was trying to like for this, for example, this is Luke. And man, is that thing marked up or what? Plus, the very, very, very first FM radio station, Christian FM radio station in Tucson, one that I got to DJ at, KGMS, which the theme for this one was Ride the Lightning. So, which changed from one to another, and when finally went off the air. But while it was here, at least the final hour, the heavy metal program was a very good one. At least I think so. This right here is my it's a very nice Bible. It's King James, and that's what all of them have been, King James. Up to this point, it has my name. It has my name on the front of it, and very nicely done, very nicely read. I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. And but it's got a little map here, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty expensive. It was a gift, and again, like something that I've really enjoyed owning and having. Very good for looking up information. Has some references and concordance and all that. Now this is an NIV Bible, and very inexpensive. Very inexpensive, although it's made very nicely. I bought it at Target, of all places. Target. And it was only $8.99. It was supposed to be a gift Bible. And I'm telling you, it's got it all. It's got it all. It's easiest to understand, easiest to read. Like I said, it's an NIV. It's got just a lot of stuff, a lot of maps, a lot of things from the concordance. I mean, it really, if you're looking for information, I mean, it's got weights and measures and Bible studies, and just a lot of information. I mean, a lot of information. And it's got some of the places that I've been for years. For years, I used to attend Calvary Chapel. Matter of fact, this is a card for one on the east side, but I was going to Calvary Chapel starting back in 1991, and it began way over on the south side. It was over on Palo Verde and Irvington, and I'm familiar with it. I've visited the Cool Church. I've been to. I began church at Glad Tidings. Matter of fact, I sang my very first song for my mother on Mother's Day of 1980. I sang a song called "In His Time." Great Bible. When you're studying, or actually even when I'm going, I take this, and you can see right here, that's from carrying it. That's from like this, carrying my Bible, have my wrist on it like that. And what's it done? In all these years, it's left that mark on the back side. So, the Bible is very important. The Bible is very important to have, very important to have at least one of these, because in it lies the truth. In it lies what the good Lord wants us to, and you can read it over and over and pick something new out of it each time. It's when we look at this Bible and say that it reads in just one way, that it's available, that it only means one thing, and that we know what that is and nothing else matters. That's when there becomes a problem. Because I've noticed from one church to the next, either visiting or attending or whatever, I noticed that in certain churches, and I know that among certain Christians, that they insist on being right. They insist on, I know best, because I know God. I can understand what you're thinking, but you're not always right. Heck, I'm not always right. But where we take that, we allow that to keep us in our faith, in your ministry, in your just knowing other people, can be very deceptive and be very destructive. I know for a fact, because I've been to visit that church, that the church that I went to, don't believe there was any more reaching out by the Lord or by the angels after the day of Pentecost. They don't believe in angels. They don't believe in being filled with the Spirit. And at least for me, and the way I was brought up, and the things I understand, and what has been explained to me by my aunt, who I know has seen angels. I know that in my heart, I can't accept that. I can't accept that. There are some that don't dance around and do their thing and, get hit by the Spirit. Some of them have, like the one I go to, it's praise and worship is a lot of fun. But the lights are down. It's almost like a rock concert. It's almost like a rock concert every time there's praise and worship. And I can understand how some people might see that as possibly not what they would expect from a church. Some churches, they come in their suits and their ties and they look real nice and they're very proper. And that's okay. I grew up that way. I knew how to sing from the hymn books and quote out of the Bible, out of the King James Bible, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But just because it's one way doesn't mean it's the only way. Doesn't mean that a pastor has to teach out of the Holy Bible that's only King James. They don't only have to do hymns. And as I look at this, and I see it from friends who are worldwide, I think we make Christianity out harder than it needs to be. A lot of this has to do with society. A lot of how we put our feelings and our belief behind the Bible and behind these other things are very, very much on our society and not on our Christianity, not on our relationship with the Lord. I see too many times that there is a need to be right. And it's easy for people to say, well, God's on my side. You're wrong. It's not important. First of all, you're wrong in that. We are not to be. The Lord is not to be on our side. We are to be on the Lord's side. Because we as human beings, we're just a mess. I mean, really, let's just break it down to what it is. We're a mess. We are far from perfection. And I'll point that first finger at me, far from perfection, right here. Okay? That's me. But it's all of us. No one lives that perfect life. Nobody. And for me, it's better to just say, Lord, I can't be perfect. 24/7, 365, I can't even get close. But what I can do is I can give you my heart. I can give you my soul. I can give you what I am until it's time for me to go. Let me be on your side and support what you want for me to believe. And help it to lead me home. So take some time today and look at what you believe. Look at what the good Lord has put in front of you and ask Him, what would you want me to know? What do you want me to believe? And where do you want me to take this life of mine while I have the time? I think you just might be a little bit surprised. Alright, I'm Michael with SalvationSymphony.com. I'd love to get some feedback if you have something to say. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you again soon.